Where's Vasquez?
Everyone's gone.
Where's Vasquez?
Gone.
Where's Vasquez?
In Rio. You can't win. He has Lenny. It's only a matter of time. Vasquez will come back for you.
He can do what he likes, dead man. I'm coming for Lenny. Where's Lenny? I got Chicago and Vegas falling around my ears. You better not be wasting my time.
He's here. They keep bumping him around town. Vasquez has watched the docks and the airport every day till today. The day you arrive. It's like he just let you walk in. You want to explain that to me?
Just find Lenny. I'll deal with Vasquez.
Learn some manners, or your head's gonna be leaking that shake.
We got word Vasquez has grouped his cars. Wreck them before they separate.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Driver 2. This is Slow and we are in Brazil for Bus Crush, which is a introductory mission for the new city and possesses moderate difficulty mainly due to its primary gimmick in that we're going to be driving around the very tight streets of Rio de Janeiro in a bus. However, when I say bus, it's more like a coach. Now, the streets of Rio, I believe, have the tightest average width of pretty much all of the cities, and that is going to work very much against us. And you'll see which missions those will entail soon enough. There is one stretch of road in this entire city where you have a lot of width to play around with, but unfortunately it is literally only one road and you don't see it too much during the course of the game. This mission is a giant time limit with a get to point A to steal the coach, get to point B and ram a bunch of vehicles a few times, and then get to point C with gang intervention tailing you. It's overall not too difficult, but your damage meter is going to play a relatively big factor during it. Okay, so we have now arrived at the bus. Now, our objective is in a ridiculously tight series of streets. You'll see how tight they are eventually. But this is the bus. It handles as you would expect. It's not very fast. It has a giant turning circle. Unfortunately, it's very strong, but it needs to be for this mission. I mean, it calls it a strengthened bus, so that has to count for something. And these are the streets. As you can tell, this is not exactly going to be an easy affair, especially since we're in a coach. Now, there is another way you can go around this where you can actually not go against the traffic, however that is a much longer distance and the bus isn't exactly fast, so you're pushing the time out by doing that. So here we are at the objective, and I don't know why, but I figured it would be a good idea to try and reverse into these vehicles. I'm not exactly sure why I thought this was a good idea. It did take a lot longer than it should have done, mainly due to the poor manoeuvrability of the bus. But once all of the vehicles have taken sufficient damage, you need to return to the primary safe house for Rio. You're gonna have gang members tailing you, and don't be fooled by the fact that you're in a bus. These guys will still send you flying if you are hit in a very peculiar, specific way. You also really don't have enough time to dig around or anything, so you pretty much have to not get caught on too much stuff and not allow the gang members to get in your way. Didn't believe me when I said they could actually send you flying? Well, yeah. They hit you just right, they will send you into the wall, which will deal a lot more damage than you would expect. In any case, this concludes mission 1 of I'm not sure how many missions are in Rio, but the amount of missions in...
Vasquez is moving his cash. He's expecting a limo to collect it from Palazzo Romano. Can you get it?
Yeah, I can get it. Does it matter how?
No.
It's yours.
Okay, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the sounds of the briefing for the second mission. There were more missions in Vegas and Rio than there were in Chicago and Havana, which I believe both had 8 missions each, and these ones have 9 and 10, I think. Not sure which order though. But this is mission 2, steal the cop car, and I believe I recall reading somewhere this mission is exceptionally difficult, but I managed to get it first try without too many problems. The biggest problem here is pretty much the police intervention and the poor weather. Also, Rio has the best chase music. Well, at least I think it does. This music's good anyway. Unfortunately, it plays during that mission, which we'll be arriving at eventually. When we get to the objective here, we need to get out and flip buttons to access the police vehicle. Now make note of this place for the bonus segment video, which we'll eventually see as well. Now is actually, I think this is actually the first time we ever get to use a police vehicle during the main campaign, so these things have a marginally superior performance to any of the other vehicles in the game, I think. Although performance doesn't mean too much when there is a significant amount of bad weather. Also, I'm not completely sure why, but the sound I was having for this game was glitching out for some strange reason, and the Rio de Janeiro police sirens started popping on me, and I'm not exactly sure why. I guess I should have Freaking traffic. Yeah. The tightness of the roads combined with the traffic, that the last time I actually mentioned how difficult the traffic was going to be was Chicago, I think. So, yeah. The traffic is literally going to be the downfall of many attempts of certain missions in this city alone. I was confused there as to how that police vehicle was actually capable of seeing me, considering it was literally, if you see there on the map, it was like a giant space between it and me, which was occupied by a building, so... Well, considering the distance, wouldn't complain too much. Well, as you can tell, it's at pretty low time, so as you can tell, the missions are starting to step up on the time limits. This is going to come back and bite us later. But until then, this is the end of Rio Video 1, and this has been Slow, and we'll see you next time.